Hello, friends. Welcome to another enlightening episode on Saint Joseph's Reflection. We may see a lot of personalities in salvation history, particularly in reference to the birth of Jesus. The Magi, Angel Gabriel, shepherds, the army of angels, Joseph, Mary, Herod, and then on. Most of them have solely a few narrations within the Gospel. Saint Joseph and also the Magi are two personalities among them. Joseph is such a quiet figure in the Gospels as a father of child Jesus and as a husband of Mother Mary, never speaking one word. Nevertheless, his deed speaks a lot. The Magi were usually thought of astrologers, charting and tracking the stars and looking for heavenly bodies as predictors of earthly events. They additionally represents the complete world outside of Israel. Entirely two totally different characters. However, have you ever found any relations or similarities among these two characters, the Magi and Saint Joseph? Yes, there are some factors common in them. The primary quality is that of keen attentiveness or watchfulness. The Magi had a desire to know the truth and were watchful for God's presence and for His plan, for a spiritual lesson to glean from their attentiveness to His movements in time and in their lives. That watchfulness opened the door for them to come face to face with the Savior. Same is the case with Saint Joseph also. He was also attentive throughout his life, even in his sleep. As we tend to scan within the Gospels, God discovered everything to him in his dreams. This attentiveness led him to sort out the right messages from God and also to interpret it precisely. The Gospels clarify that both of them, the Magi and Saint Joseph, had come close to the revelations of God by means of dreams. In Matthew chapter 1, verse 14, we read, "But just he had resolved to do this, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said." Then again, in 2:12, we read, "And having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they left for their own country by another road." Reading out and interpreting a dream exactly is not that easy. It demands keen attentiveness, mindfulness, solitude, and so forth. So we are able to say this quality of attentiveness was so common in both Saint Joseph and the Magi. And the same is that the initial similarity between Saint Joseph and the Magi. The second similarity is said with the first, which is action. The Magi did not simply see the star of the Bethlehem and say, "How nice." Instead, they got up and followed it. And once Joseph learned from the angel to flee to Egypt so as to save the child Jesus from Herod, suddenly he got up and took the child and his mother by night itself and went to Egypt. Both of their journey, Saint Joseph's and also the Magi's, were not nearly as comfortable as several of our journeys are these days with our ease of modern travel. They had to cross large mountains and miles of difficult roads by foot. However, that did not matter to them because they knew they were needed to take actions. Thus, this can be the second area that we should always learn from them, to take sudden actions when God may be calling us to move, to do, to alter, or to act. Therefore, dear friends, Saint Joseph and the Magi advise these qualities of being attentive, as Jesus always exhorts us to be, and to be active to take actions as a response to God's revelations. Allow us to learn from them and take a look at them to enhance these qualities within us. Amen.